know about the pastoral symphony. Have you ever heard that?
Could you play it for us?
No, I can't play for you. I can only play on the Bugs Bunny and the Roadrunner, where Wile E. Coyote goes do 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 do. I explained that. But pastoral sympathy. Pastoral sympathy is a it's a pastoral. You're in the field, the sheep are dying in the background. White supremacist. So I put this out on my Facebook page on April 1st. And people thought it was an April Fool's joke. But it wasn't. It came out before April 1st. So let me just read. This is Oxford music professor say sheet music. Oxford music professor say sheet music is white supremacy. March 30th, 2021, just before April Fool's Day. After months of global unrest and rioting sparked by the killing of George Floyd in May 2020, universities and companies throughout the world have rolled out critical race theory inspired programs. Many of these initiatives, which are ostensibly meant to inspire tolerance, have come under fire for promoting extreme ideas, including anti-white racism. Now Oxford University has joined the trend by launching a revamp of their music department in an effort to make the program less white. According to a report from the Telegraph, professors are striving to make a number of dramatic changes to decolonize the department syllabus. Internal documents seen by the Telegraph included a claim from the faculty that sheet music, also known as musical notation, has not shaken off its connection to its colonial past. Sheet music can be linked to a colonialist representational system, the facility alleged. Continuing to teach sheet music would be a slap in the face for non-white students, the faculty wrote, so the practice should be dropped entirely. So the practice should be dropped entirely. The document suggested that teaching European-focused music and fundamental practices like sheet music, the department was guilty of complicit white supremacy. It was interesting that there was a musician, a black musician, who responded to that by talking about Dr. Martin Luther King, who loved to go to the opera and loved to listen to classical music.
You went to Warm Spring, Arkansas, baby.
And it was saying, I don't think Martin Luther King Jr. was a white supremacist. But this is what our society is heading towards. Not only is those who like sheet music, any of you like listening to classical music? Okay, you're all white supremacists. So let me do the quote from here. This was June 24th, 2019. Western classical music is not about culture. It's about whiteness. It's a combination of European tradition which serve the specious belief that whiteness has a culture, one that is superior to all others. Its main purpose is to be a cultural anchor for the myth of white supremacy. In that regard, people of color can never truly be pioneers of Western classical music. The best we can be are exotic guests, entertainment for white audiences, an example of how Western classical music is more elite than cultures of people of color. And that's from an article, It's Time to Let the Classical Music Die. Now, any of you good in mathematics? If you're good in mathematics, you're also a white supremacist. And this is from February 26th, 2021. Debate emerges over racism and white supremacy in Oregon math instruction. A pathway to equitable math instruction does offer an 82-page workbook on how teachers can examine their actions, beliefs, and values around teaching mathematics. The group claims a white supremacy culture can show up in classroom in various ways, including when the focus is on getting the right answer. So if you want the right answer, you're a white supremacist. When students are required to show their works, if you force students to hand in their assignments, you're a white supremacist. The group also says educators should try to center ethnomathematics by identifying and challenging the ways that math is used to uphold capitalist, imperialist, and racist views. Alan Alley, former chairman of the Oregon Republic Party, says ODI should never have offered the course. Trying to introduce something rather than correct answer in math and then somehow tying it with white supremacy is ridiculous as far as I'm concerned, said Alley. I can't disagree with it more. So can you understand why, if you are an anti-masker, you are classified as a white supremacist? So can you understand why, if you are an anti-masker, you are classified as a white supremacist? So the lie is more than just the coronavirus. It's trying to break down everything with the white Judeo-Christian ethics. And if you believe in honesty, hard working, you're a white supremacist. It's interesting that some of these people who are promoting that actually have been going against black evangelical churches. So it's not about Black Lives Matter. They're going after anyone who holds the traditional Judeo-Christian value system. We live in a society that is taught what to think rather than how to think.
So council has passed a bylaw. Really, you should start wearing masks now?
We live in a society that is taught what to think rather than how to think.
they're saying it's not accurate, and they're wanting to take him to a quarantine facility. They won't let me talk to him. They won't let me see him. They won't come and talk to me. The Border Patrol services say that they have nothing to do with it. They won't tell me who has to do with it. They won't tell me.
Really, you should start wearing masks now in interior public spaces. That includes transit, stores, pretty much anywhere where the public is allowed. It includes the public areas of condo buildings as well as office buildings. It does not include your private workspace. It does not include your office if there's a door. It does not include your cubicle. In places where there is a barrier, you should start, however, wearing your mask now. The bylaw will come into effect, which means it will be enforceable on August 1st.
Hands are shaking while your body sweats. Why don't you look into Jesus? He got the answer. Look at the world, and I notice it's turning.
Isis Radio E. Kanada, Amerikka.
You took 20 baths a day. You went to Warm Spring, Arkansas, babe.